Hello po, ako po si Mai and welcome to Tagalog Beyond Basics. In this lesson, we're going to learn about in and HIN verbs in Tagalog, the two very important affixes used to form object-focused verbs. I've divided this lesson into 3 parts so it won't feel too overwhelming for you. Each part focuses on one formation pattern, step by step, so you can really understand how they work without rushing. So this is lesson 1 of 3. Here are our objectives for today. Narito ang ating mga layunin ngayon. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to recognize in and HIN verbs in Tagalog, form them confidently, and use them in everyday conversation. I'll show you what in and HIN verbs are, how to form them from the verb root, and how to use them naturally in sentences. Handa na po ba kayo? Magsimula na po tayo. In and HIN are object-focused verb affixes. That means the object, the thing being acted on, or the receiver of the action is the star of the sentence. Why are in and HIN verbs important? They are important because Tagalog often highlights the object rather than the doer. So in and HIN verbs appear everywhere, in instructions, daily routines, conversations, and storytelling. Learning them gives you a huge boost in understanding natural Tagalog. Now, let's look at how to form them from the verb root. We'll start with the in pattern. For the verbs that begin with a vowel, the placement of in changes according to the tense. When the verb root starts with a vowel, the affix in doesn't stay in one place. It actually moves depending on whether the verb is in infinitive, imperative, past, present, or future tense. Now let's break that down clearly. Here is a table that shows the formation pattern for verbs that begin with a vowel. Take a look and save this as your guide later. We have the formation pattern for the infinitive and imperative forms, and for the past, present, and future tenses. For the infinitive and imperative form, the in goes at the end of the root. So our formation pattern will be root plus in. That's why we get alisin, to remove, akyatin, to climb. In the past tense, the in shifts to the front of the root. So our formation pattern will be in plus the root verb. So we get inalis, removed, inakyat, climbed. Now in the present tense, the in shifts again to the front of the root, just like the past tense. But we have added the duplicated first syllable and then the root verb. So our formation pattern for the present tense will be in plus the duplicated first syllable plus the root verb. So we get inaalis is removing or are removing, inaakyat is climbing or are climbing. In the future tense, we duplicate the first syllable, keep the root verb, and place in at the end again. So our formation pattern will be the duplicated first syllable plus the root verb plus the in. So we get aalisin, will remove, aakyatin, will climb. So remember this. For verbs that begin with a vowel, the placement of in changes according to the form and tense. Here's the pattern in the clearest way. End for the infinitive and imperative forms, front for the past, after the duplicated first syllable for the present, and end for the future. So the big idea is this. For vowel initial roots, in moves. And front after the duplicate, then end again. So for our lesson 1, we learned the formation pattern for conjugating in verbs that begin with a vowel. In lesson 2, we will learn how to conjugate in verbs that begin with a consonant. This next part will help you understand how the in affix moves and it will build directly on everything we covered today. Just keep practicing. Mag-practice lang po kayo. Kaya mo yan. Keep listening. Keep familiarizing yourself with the rhythm of the Tagalog language. Magkita-kita po ulit tayo sa susunod ha. Paalam. Ingat po.